have one more presenter, Mr. Rashad Byrdsong from Community Empowerment Association. Byrdsong, I'd like to come up and share your thoughts.
How's everybody?
Hello.
Always an honor to talk in front of our community. And I'm sure that y'all heard that there's a lot of great things that's going on in our community today. So one of the things that we're doing as an organization, we're doing a lot of work around workforce development and training. As y'all know, we have a project here in Homewood called the Homewood Station project. And it's an $11 million construction project that's going to be very down the street. Probably seen that on finance and how around Homewood Avenue. And we've been designated as an organization that's going to work with the developer to ensure that there's MPE, participation, and also Section 3 residents working from the community on that job. So, matter of fact, right now as we're talking today, which is the reason why I'm a little late, is because we got 30 folks from our community that's in the training program right now. Contrary to the naysayers and all the other politics that we play in our community, there's some of us that are working together to make sure that some of us are going to have food on the table for the holidays. That's what it's about. Another thing that we're doing, as most of y'all know, most of y'all have been following our career as Community Empowerment Association. Sometimes I kind of wonder, what yields such importance of the work that we're doing, but I guess because it's the great work that we've been doing over the last 20 years. We just recently purchased the former Holy Rosary building. And in that building, we have a lot of activities going on. We have after-school programming going on. We're one of two organizations that do countywide truancy. So the objective of the countywide truancy is to make sure that our children are in school learning. And then there's a supplemental piece to that to make sure that they learn. In addition to that, we're one of the first organizations in Southwestern Pennsylvania, grassroots, that got a license to provide behavioral health care. We just recently got our license to provide, partial hospitalization. Now, our partial hospitalization is a little slant to it, because our partial hospitalization deal with the whole culture piece of why our children find themselves in the situations that they're in. So we work with children in the biochemical space, which means that what your mama has in her body, you can't take it. We also talk about the nutritional, which is biochemical too, what children is putting in their body. And also biochemical just in terms of what are they breathing in the air. So when you begin to talk about, children, you got to talk about all the spaces they're in. The cultural space. How can you not talk about where you're going at if you don't know where you came from? Right. So when you begin to look at culture becomes a barometer. It becomes a guide for you to understand what you're supposed to do and what you don't supposed to do, because your mama and your dad and your grandparents and big mama and everybody told you what you were supposed to do. So that's the culture space. And then the social space is how we interact and communicate. And unfortunately, a lot of us have to set good examples to our children in terms of how we communicate and work together, because they learn from us. If the community is disputed, if the community is not working along, if the community have a lot of conflict, violence in it, then that's going to traumatize the kids. So another issue that we're working with is community restoration in healing centers. That means that we're going to have to accept the fact that we've been severely traumatized. If we haven't been severely traumatized, then why do our community look the way it looks? And why do none of us get along? Somebody told us that we don't supposed to get along with one another. Somebody told us that we're supposed to hate one another. And the reason why that is because we look at the paradigm that we've been conditioned in. That paradigm is not always in service of us as a community. It's in service of other people. So what I'm saying, one of the things that we do with our children is make sure that they understand that they need to be in service of themselves. They need to build for themselves. They need to understand their history. And in addition to that, we just getting ready to open up for our Saturday University. Saturday University, we're going to have what's called an urban health and athletic clinic. And what that's going to mentor a program. What that's going to do is all of us can agree that one space that a lot of our kids do well in terms of discipline and health and development is sports, right? So we're going to have ongoing clinics on Saturday. up under the watchful eyes of coaches and folks that play ball before and athletes, to make sure that there's mentoring going on in the space that children are in, and it's a safe place for them to be at. So all those type of things that we're doing, and we're hoping that all of y'all come out and join us. And that's what I also say that Operation Metal Block, Jerome Jackson, and some other folks that's in here, we're working together to make sure that the community plan that a lot of us worked on 20 years ago is implemented today. So thanks again.